The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you need to learn. This becomes even more apparent when you become a scientist, because as a scientist, you tend to think a lot. Also, even if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're an inventor, or a creator for that matter, content creator, because you tend to be a little bit of a philosopher, because you think a lot and you search for meaning for those thoughts, for those questions. And there's always a time where you literally don't know the answer, and you realize literally how little you know. During those moments when you realize that you have learned as much as you could, you have worked hard as much as you could have, and still there is just so much you don't know, is the moment when you feel extremely stupid. And that's the point in life where I'm at right now. At this point, most recently, I've come to realize more and more how stupid I am. Essentially, I'm facing my own stupidity, although if anybody from outside look at it, they say, oh, you got your degree, you won awards, you won scholarship, and you basically overcame so much challenges in life. Yet why is it that you say that you're stupid? And the reason I say is because the more I learn as a scientist, the more stupid I am. And so because of this, most recently I started to think whether there are ways to enhance my capabilities, and the notion of cyborg came to mind. So I started reading a little bit about it, did some search, and there are people who have been doing it, I think about maybe the past decade, obviously in healthcare for people with challenges of seeing, hearing, talking, with brain-computer interfaces. There's a lot as well, but I was more interested in learning whether there is a product right now within the cyborg to make you as a cyborg who are actually less stupid. So I'm wondering if there is any product out there that can just make me less stupid. Once you realize of your own stupidity, although you have achieved so much in life, because you realize that there is just so much you don't know, it really hurts. I have been quite down lately and quite blue because of the fact that I've come to realize that with myself, and that pain is it's very deep, because you kind of have to deal with the fact that you've thought you were making a lot of progress, but you're not, and you have actually wasted a lot of your time, at least my time, on people and things and situations that never ever really mattered. And to face that, it's very painful. So the question is, are there any cyborg, either implants or non-invasive one, doesn't matter, that actually can make you less stupid? In this case, I'm talking about myself. I'm not saying anybody else's. And then the question is, then in that case, how do we define that? Because first you need to define the stupidity, and then be able to see whether there are any products out there that could combat that. And one way that I have noticed, again recently, in terms of my own stupidity, is that I really got involved and wasted my time with people, situation, and places that really didn't matter, but I stood with them, being very strategic about it, and knowing what steps to make, what steps to take, and also how to combat this stupidity. And because of that, I started looking into these cyborg potentially solutions, because I honestly don't trust myself to be the same person that I was before and continue doing the things that I did before and still and make any sort of big evolution, big progress, making a difference, whatever you want to call it. For one reason or another, mainly because they were filling parts of my void. And in this case, one of my voids has been to please people and to be a good girl or to be a good worker or whatever. And although at the time that I was doing whatever I was doing, I thought that I was being smart and I was really not giving myself and my time to people's situation and incidents. Now in hindsight, when I look back, I actually did that, and that is what I define as my stupidity, and I wish I could take it back, but I can't. Now then, the question is, can I now, moving forward, make sure that I'm no longer stupid? And that is just a matter of, because if I keep doing what I've been doing so far, the results that I will be getting will be the same results. And I just have to face my stupidity, that I literally wasted years and years and years of my life to people's situation and everything that really didn't matter. Yet I was able to get great degrees and great jobs and earn money and things like that, but I still am not where I really wanted to be, to actually have come up with something that, you know, makes a difference. Like when I leave this world, when I die, I really want to have contributed with something, not only money and title and prestige, to this contribute with something that really made a difference in this world. And the main reason that I recently started looking at this again is the pain that it has caused me, the pain that this stupidity has caused me, because all those years wasted on people's situations really didn't bring anything but drama, and all those issues with it in my life. And had I not been stupid enough to waste my time on those, I would have been so much further. I would have actually reached my dream of contributing with something in this world that really, really mattered. So I'll keep looking into it to see whether there are any way to become a cyborg for myself, that it can somehow cure this stupidity. We'll see where it goes. And I'm realizing if I continue with the things that I have done so far, I will basically 10-20 years from now will sit again and say the same thing, because what if it's not changed drastically, there won't be any results that would be drastic and towards what I really has set up for myself as a goal. And that's the reason I looked into Cyborg, because I'm wondering whether there are any solutions to make yourself a cyborg such that you can really transcend this stupidity, in this case me. Is there any product out there that could sort of manipulate and enhance my brain so that I don't continue with the stupidity that I've been doing and done thus far in my life?